Now that we just analyze our pig and try to like draw over some flow lines and some abstract concepts, we can do a similar thing in our actual geometry in Houdini, like a sketch on top of the geometry to help us visualize a little bit and give you some guidance while combing our hairs. To do this, we will use the stroke node. It's the very same similar process we use when using curves to activate guides and also when creating parting lines. So we are going to create a stroke node. But the difference is, instead of setting it to any of the planes, we are going to set it to geometry. And we can start drawing around. Obviously, this is not much helpful. So first thing, I'm gonna change the colors. And depending on the size of your brush, it will be the different thickness of it. And if you zoom out, you still have the same thickness. There's two things we can do. One is adjust our brush to an actually pleasant thickness. This sometimes can be a little bit tricky, so we can add a wrangle node and actually edit this width afterwards. So let's say width is equal like 0.001. This will override that, and we can like keep this with the flag and this selected and like draw with a larger brush, and it will still keep the thickness we set in here. We can even edit it afterwards and we'll keep it that same way. And we also can add a mirror to quickly visualize it in symmetry. Just remember to not reverse the normals. And now we can start drawing with it already working. You see our geometry is not perfectly symmetric, so obviously some bits of it is not going to correspond nicely. But we can adjust later to attach the geometry using an array node. But for now, just for sketching purpose, it will be more than enough. So we can start setting this tuft area, be around his forehead. So this model at the moment is not exactly the same model as we have in the picture. And when you are in production, it will happen a lot of times that the initial model is not the final model. Or at some point you'll have to do a model upgrade to something that looks more closely to this. So this will be a separated class. But for now, let's keep working on this model, because at the same time, the modeling department is working on their side in a like production world. Let's set where this swirl is. I'll say something around here. I have this low density area. Select something around here. It's where it starts to becoming more crispy, and you have this main parting, which is not in the center but gives us a little guidance. And we have the area where it fades away density and width, and here comes downwards a nice parting and bending downwards. And this area will be where the eyebrows start sticking out, and we can sketch it the way we like it, as many information as we wanted to. Can go to any guide and disable or delete it. And this whole process, it's nice to give some kind of like guidance. So we can template this, and whenever you're combing our guides, we can quickly see it. If it's becoming difficult to see, we can actually edit our options. So we can, for example, make our viewport width thicker. Like you can go even thicker than what you actually want to. You can also, in here, edit your template model geometry to change how it's going to be displayed. So you can actually untoggle the other options. And then even if it's templated, it will look exactly as if not. Notice that we have two types of templates. We have this light pinkish and we have the dark pink. The difference between them is this one you can't actually select. So if you go to select a mask in your actual guides, you won't select anything that is templated. But if it's on the dark pink, if you try to select your guide, you will select together these actual lines as well. And they were actually not going to be shown here, but in things like edit node, it came a little bit tricky because we'll try to merge those up. I normally like to leave it as a soft template and then just edit my prefaces in here for something to actually please me whenever I'm working on. So now we are ready to actually and finally start combing our guides for real.